Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Al Pacino, Ray Romano? Okay, I wouldn't have picked that. The Irishman brings together arguably the best of the mob genre, but clocking in at 3.5 hours, is it worth going to the movies to see it, or should you just wait a week to watch it on streaming? Let's break that down. The Irishman is Martin Scorsese's latest film, focusing on the life of De Niro's Frank Sheeran, looking at his life painting houses. And when I say it looks at his life, it really delves into his life. The best way I can describe it is story time with Grandad. You know, if the stories were meant to keep you up at night and scar you for life. And that's how the film is framed, and it really shows through the execution of this film. The best way I can put it spoiler-free is like this. Martin Scorsese has made a lot of films, particularly mob films. He's hit the gritty reality in films such as Mean Street and Taxi Driver.
You talking to me?
As well as the saturated glitz and glamour in Goodfellas and Casino. The Irishman is Martin Scorsese's love letter and reflection of his career, as well as I'd say De Niro and Pesci's, seeing that they have respectively starred in 4 and 9 films of his. And the tone reflects that. It's a slow film, guys. And if you're not a fan of mob movies, you'll probably find it hard to watch. And because of this, I can totally see why it's going on Netflix. But on the other hand, I can see why this movie should and probably will be going to the Oscars.
Thank you!
The acting was incredible. Joe Pesci, who has only starred in 3 films since 1998, one of which was a cameo, and the other was some weird Russian movie where he played a mosquito. Yeah, that's a real thing. He was amazing to watch, and a complete 180 to his normal Scorsese-verse characters. Has the Scorsese-verse been coined yet? If it hasn't, I'm coining that. Patent pending. Al Pacino and De Niro are also excellent. Now, this brings us to why it's going on Netflix. Take out the 3.5 hour runtime, it had an estimated budget of $140 million. This is mainly due to the de-aging process of the film. It shows the story of Frank's life through a roughly 60-year span, and throughout the film the cast is aged up and down as the timeline jumps around. Do I really think it worked? No. Did it pull me out of the movie as a whole though? No. But I think apart from a few scenes, it really could have been done just as well with practical effects. It also brings up the question if they had this technology when The Godfather Part 2 was released, which arguably gave De Niro his big break. Would he have gotten that big break? Or would Marlon Brando have just played a younger version of himself?
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Overall, it was a beautifully made movie that, along with great writing, great directing, and outstanding acting, it had a sense of realism to it. And with a small-scale story, I would really wait a few weeks to see it on Netflix. Honestly, this could have been done as a 3-part miniseries, and at times it kind of feels it. Like a series, you really get the time to live in this world that Scorsese has slowly crafted through the use of his other work. And so by watching it on Netflix, you can break it down over a few nights, or binge it in one session. But it's a must-see movie at some point, and as a huge fan of Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci, it was great to see this ensemble cast all together. And Ray Romano was really good too. Just saying. Are you going to see The Irishman? Will you wait until Netflix? And what are your expectations? Let me know down below. If you like movies and entertainment, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a like. It would be much appreciated. I took a bit of a hiatus after surgery, but I'm back now. So thanks for watching, and remember, whatever your passion, work hard and be lucky.